Good morning. Well, it's family. This is a favorite Sunday morning. It's like a beautiful day. I'm sitting here in the house, and sun is shining. It's beautiful. And we've got a special little food service experience here. Somebody who wants to join in with us. So we could log in and check out the plan before the service begins. But this morning, we had a very special guest that I'm going to be inviting you to have a little chat. We're going to have a little bit of a film and music chat with one of the service people and that is a good friend and former extraordinaire, Jimmy Morgan. There he is.
Hey,
Jimmy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. So are you sitting in your kitchen right now?
Just got done eating some wonderful breakfast, little chorizo and eggs.
Oh, baby. Tell me about it.
Well, our good friends, the Pribbles, decided to grace us with some excellent food, some scrambled eggs and some bacon. And we had a little blueberry cobbler, gluten-free.
Blueberry cobbler for breakfast?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'm coming over. I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
Come on.
So good. Oh, hey, I see that we have some good mornings from some folks over here. Hey, and my sound is a little bit muffled. Is it any better for everybody? Can everybody hear? Can you hear me okay, Jimmy?
Yeah, I hear you just fine now. It was muffled, but now we're good.
Okay. I see Julie texted me too. Weird. Maybe, maybe something goofy was going on because you were in the background there. Okay. She says all good now. All right. Sorry, everybody. Sorry I was muffled. Just a little something in my throat. But hey, good morning, all y'all. And wanted to take a second for you guys to be able to meet, not really meet, but hang out a little bit more with Jimmy. Jimmy spends a lot of time helping to serve our team. And he's been serving with our team for a while, but you might not know a whole lot about Jimmy. All you might know about Jimmy is that he has a glorious beard and he plays drums like a beast. So wanted to give everybody a chance to get to know Jimmy a little bit. So Jimmy, tell us how did you get interested in music?
I was around music all my life. When I was younger, my mother, and she still plays piano for her church, grew up Southern Baptist, so. In that environment, you have a piano player and sometimes an organ player, and my mother was always the piano player.
Okay.
So we had a piano in our house growing up, and my dad always noodled around on the guitar.
Okay.
So I was always interested in music and took some lessons for guitar, took some lessons for piano. Neither one of those stuck, so decided to play trumpet in the 5th grade.
Yeah, I also did that in 5th grade, by the way.
Yeah,
it was a short career for me.
So I played trumpet up until, and the reason I played the trumpet is because I really was interested in the drums, but my parents said, no drums. So I played the trumpet up until freshman in high school, and I thought, well, I have to get braces. I'm not going to be able to play trumpet.
Man, yeah, your lips against the mouth with oh no, that's no good.
Right.
No.
So I figured that's my opportunity to switch to drums.
Yeah.
And so my parents finally caved in and said, okay, drums it is. And they bought me my first kit.
What was it?
It was a Pearl Export back in 1984, 85.
Okay.
And it was beautiful.
Put
it in the basement.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, we had my bedroom was in the basement. So put my first drum kit down there, started playing along to Led Zeppelin songs and some Iron Maiden songs, and just taught myself how to play the drums.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
and then
but you didn't take lessons for drums. You just taught yourself?
I just taught myself. I mean, I had, I knew what music was. I could read music.
Okay.
I knew the theory. So, but with drums, I mean, you get to really hit things, and it feels good. And I think for me, I'm able to express a little bit more emotion.
Yeah.
And feel the song in a different way.
Yeah, dude. And that's awesome.
And that one finally stuck. So here we are today.
So good. So many shredded drumsticks and snarehead later. You are here.
Shredded sticks and bloody knuckles.
Yeah. Oh man, when you hit the rim with those knuckles.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt. Lisa says no piano, but you said you did do a little bit of piano.
A little bit of piano early on. I had some piano lessons. But I lost interest. Same with the guitar. I had a really great guitar teacher at Biasco Music in the city way back when. And he was great. I just lost interest.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you found your way to the drums. That's super fun. And then fast forward from 1984 to, I don't even know what year it was that you started when you kind of stepped out and said, hey, I'd be willing to help out with the worship team. I know Lee had been singing with us maybe for, was it a couple of years, maybe 18 months or a couple of years before you decided to join up? Do you remember?
Yeah, she was singing at Huntley, I think in 2011. And I finally decided to audition. I believe it was 2013.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah. And so from 2011 to 2013, I was just attending Willow Huntley. And I sort of started feeling the nudge.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a little nudge here and a little nudge there. Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? And Lee was like, yeah. She had more of an elbow.
That's what my wife did too, right in the ribs. Yeah.
And so the little nudge turned into a big kick. Right?
Oh yeah.
When I contacted you and said, hey, would you be interested in another drummer?
Yeah, and I remember like it's so funny because when we do auditions for the worship team, like we want to just make sure it's a good fit, for everybody. That the person is at a musical level where where you're able to do what it is we're trying to do, and as well as just the person's kind of personal journey with the Lord and all of that. And I remember listening to you play, I'm like, oh my gosh, you get like from the first couple of measures is like, this dude can play the drums. So, and I mean, ever since you're just awesome, man. So thankful that you've jumped in. I can see that we've got some comments over here too. Kevin says, I find myself watching you bang those skins during worship. You love what you do. And yeah, man, you do. That's one of the things it's so, you're talking about how you can communicate and have some like emoting through the way that you play your instrument, or that's what you liked about the drums. And I think that you continue to do that so well. Sometimes people think that people who lead worship are only the people who are leading the songs, and it's really not the case. Every single person who is a part of a team like that we have is a worship leader, because they're leading through their instrument, and you're helping to lead people with the way that you approach those drums. You're the backbone of the band in that, and anyways, that's awesome. Kevin, you're right. He does love it.
Oh, thank you very much for that. If if what I'm doing translates to somebody being able to bring the Spirit into their world, then I'm doing my job, and it feels great.
Yeah, and you are. I love that. What else we got going on here? I see that I got a comment about my haircut from somebody. Oh, well, thank you, Shannon. Thank you for noticing my freshly shorn hair. It actually, Meredith cut my hair yesterday, so. That's one of the things that has been a result of our COVID crisis has been Meredith has figured out how to give a fade and cut hair.
Well, she got some skills. If I had some hair, she'd be doing mine too.
Well, you got some. Tell us a little bit about that. We're almost out of time, but tell us a little bit about this beard, the glory that is creeping down off your face.
There's really no rhyme or reason why. I just do it.
Well, at what point in your life did you just decide like this is it? I'm committed. This is it.
maybe like 10 years ago, I started letting the beard grow. And at one point I was just, let's see what happens. Let's just let it grow. And it started getting really long. So I wrapped it in a couple rubber bands one time, and then it felt like it started growing like crazy. I'm like, well, let's see how long this will go.
Did it felt like it changed when you were wrapping it, it was growing faster?
Yeah, I think because it's squeezing it together, like when guys put their hair in a ponytail. Yeah. And now it's like a weed. And if I don't wrap it in a rubber band, it's a nice brush, so I could sweep it.
Oh, that's funny. It's a problem with soup, though, isn't it?
It's a problem with soup, and I find myself sitting on the couch eating a bowl of chili, and look down, and then it's just sitting in the bowl of chili. It's and zipping up a winter coat.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you ever tuck it into something? Like, sometimes a guy in a business suit, he'll tuck his tie into his shirt, to keep it out of his food. Do you ever do that?
Oh yeah, especially with some soup. If Lee's made this amazing chicken soup,
okay,
I'll have to do one of these.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you just throw it around the back.
Yeah, of course, tricks of the trade. I love it. But it never gets in the way of your drumming. Or has it tangled up your stick before? Like,
it's never tangled up the stick, but I hit it with a stick before and knocked a few rubber bands out. And if I panic, the stick goes flying, and we have to beware. Some of the other musicians might get a stick to the back of the head. We've got to be very careful.
I think the ultimate challenge and reaction would be if you lost the stick and you had to use your beard to hit the drums like that. I feel like you could do that, and you should do that.
I've never thought about it, but now here's the challenge.
You could wrap it, like wrap it in something, and good to go.
And you never know, there might be a change coming.
Oh, have you been thinking about it?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
It's one of those things where I stare at myself in the mirror for about an hour with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and just right on the precipice.
Yeah, sometimes. Lately I've talked myself out of it, but
yeah. Well, you can't walk it back. You can't walk it back once you do it.
You're not, but it'll grow back.
It will grow back. It will grow back. Well, Jimmy, we're just about out of time, and this is. I feel like this conversation is characteristic of just what fun you are and what fun we like to have, not just between us, but just in terms of our team, in terms of the way that we love to try to create space for people for worship and experiencing God. It's this sense of like, hey, we just want to be who we are. We want to have fun. We want to bring our full selves, our gifting, but also just the love and the joy that we have. And I know that I'm really, really missing being together with everybody, and I think our whole team is. And gosh, we're missing everybody so much. And I hope that you all are hanging in there. We love you guys, and we can't wait to be together again in some form. But we're just about out of time, so we're going to send you guys over to the service. You can catch it either obviously on Facebook or on YouTube. But God bless you, my friends. And Jimmy, thank you, sir, for joining us this morning. Freshly out of chorizo and eggs. And I'll talk to you soon. Much love.
See ya.
Guys.